Continuing on the custom card review streak, we're going to be talking about a mischievous prodigy extreme tech transforming angel Frieza from Dragon Ball Super, and it's coming from Miracle Weep. But before I go and read Miracle Weep's custom concepts, send me Dokkan concepts over to BHW custom cards at gmail.com to get to your Dokkan concept as soon as possible. I get all these recent and much older Dokkan concepts out the way. So Miracle says, and some of the email has been cut off. Miracle says, here's one of my favorite concepts I've made. I really want to see it in Game 2. Here's Dragon Ball Super Angel Frieza transforming to his true golden form. The concept originally was from March 2020, but I updated it from my Dokkan Roulette series for the successors category, which, by the way, tell me if you want to see it. I'll send the link. Absolutely send the link. We're going to eventually get to each and every one of these Dokkan concepts. Miracle Weep, thank you for sending in your Dokkan concept. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and fly straight through this. Not to mention, this was sent in May, I believe. So, yeah, I'm doing older concepts, then I'm doing newer, older, newer. I'm going to ping pong back and forth between the newer and older Dokkan concepts. Anyways, Mischievous Prodigy, it's Extreme Tech. Frieza, he's a final form, clearly, but yeah. These are stats I've shown. That defensive stat is beautiful. Offensive stat is on the lower end. And the leader skill, which I'm going to pull up at the end of the video, Resurrect the Warriors or Gifted Warriors, 3 key, 200% to HP and 170% to HP, no, not to HP, to attack and defense, excuse me. And the 50% of the stats is to Transformation Boost or Mastered Evolution. And the super attack, that being the Death Beam Barrage, 66% attack and defense for 6 turns. Okay. Raises attack and defense by 66% for 6 turns. That's very strong. While also greatly lowering the enemy's attack. Okay, so attack debuffer while getting good stats for multiple turns. This is a really strong super attack effect. Comboed with his really good defensive stat, this guy's going to be, assumingly, a really good defensive unit. Anyways, so his passive, that being Negotiation for Resurrection. The base effects, 200% attack and defense baseline, as well as all allies getting 3 key and 30% attack and defense, so solid support, as well as him being a rainbow orb changer. You love to see it, while also having unrestricted guard. So what we're seeing inside the base effects, unrestricted guard, rainbow orb changing, and solid support, that being 3 key and 30% attack and defense, which you can't go wrong with, is a really good start. And when attacking with 12 more key, 150% attack and defense. Nice, considering the fact that he's getting 66% attack and defense for 6 turns. That is very good. Getting an attack and defensive buff in your passive tier super attack effect is something we all know that is good and almost every unit should have. And when facing only one enemy, 200% attack and defense, as well as launching an additional attack, that's a 50% chance to come a super attack. And all allies get 20% attack and defense. Nice. And he gets 25% damage reduction as well as 10% damage reduction per rainbow keys obtained. That's really good, bro. Considering that his rainbow orb change is going to directly support his damage reduction build up off those rainbow orbs, while I'm also having that 25% damage reduction and additional support. He is really cohesive, bro. Really cohesive. I'm a fan. And when facing 2 or more enemies, 150% attack and defense, as well as him launching 2 additional attacks, each of which having a 50% chance to come a super attack. And he gives all allies 30% attack and defense additionally. And then he gets 35% damage reduction and 5% damage reduction per rainbow keys are obtained. Wow. So he is versatile. He's going to be looking good whether you're going up against one enemy or multiple enemies. Really nice. And for every rainbow keys you're obtained, he gets 25% attack and defense and a 20% chance to crit. Of course, then he's obtaining those rainbow orbs specifically within a turn. That is really good. He goes up against one enemy, and not only is he going to be giving up to 3 key and 50% attack and defense to all allies, but he's also going to have guard with up to, what's that? Let's say you get lucky, you collect 4 rainbow orbs. That's up to 65% damage reduction with guard, as well as giving 3 key and 50% attack and defense to all allies. That's crazy good, bro. With that 400% attack and defense, pretty much when you're up against that one enemy, which of course you're going to be going up against one enemy for what, like 80% of the game, bro. 85% of the game. while also getting an attack and defensive buff from his passive to his super attack. That is very nice. I really love that his orb changing is directly supporting his damage reduction build up off those rainbow orbs. And when you're facing two or more enemies, I mean, two additional super attack chances. He gives up to 3 key and 60% attack and defense. He gets additionally 10% more damage reduction from when he's facing one enemy up to two enemies. And he's lowered his damage reduction per rainbow keys obtained from 10% to 5%. So I see the compensation between him going up against those specific enemies, and it's honestly fine. Um, is there any issue with this unit? I don't foresee any issues with this unit. The only problem with this unit could lie in battle, where he's not getting enough rainbow orbs for him to be able to sustain any sort of like super he's taken from a boss. Because if he gets those four orbs, those four rainbow orbs specifically, that's 65% damage reduction with guard. That's really fucking good. And with him getting an additional super attack chance, of course, because you're going to be more than likely facing only one enemy. He's getting an attack and defensive buff from his pass to his super attack effect. So he double supers. He's looking really, really good, bro. He's good. He's pretty damn good. And also, obviously, he's getting 25% attack and defense rainbow keys to obtain with that crit chance. So if he gets 5 rainbow orbs, bro, he gets 5 rainbow orbs. That's up to 50% damage reduction, as well as a guaranteed crit and an additional 100% attack and defense. That's wow. Wow. He looks consistent through and through. And this is going to be the main culprit of this unit, is this really good defensive stat, bro. Okay. Anyways, his links: Prodigies, Universe's Most Malevolent, Revival, Tournament of Power, Strongest Clan in Space, Brutal, Beatdown, and Fierce Battle. His categories are shown. He has a bunch of categories, so I'm just going to leave them on screen for you guys. He has the active skill for the Golden Frieza, bro. So, his active skill, True Golden Form, can be activated from the third turn from start of battle and facing two enemies, or from the fifth turn from start of battle and facing only one enemy. It's fifth turn. Fifth turn, okay. So, definitely manageable. Definitely manageable. Okay. Uh, Now let me show you what I've learned in hell. He says, ha, as like him charging up, obviously, and transforming. This is Golden Frieza at its finest. This is fire. I love this. This is definitely fire. All right, so oh yes, we get the Golden Frieza, and he has the high energy ball too as the active skill. This is so sick, bro. Okay, so Golden Frieza's new super attack effects: the Great Death Beam Barrage, 50% attack for 4 turns, as well as 50% defense for 1 turn, as well as some greatly lowering attack and having a 50% chance to stun all enemies. So it's an AoE. Okay, this is a really good super attack combination. This is really good. It's catered towards the offensive side though, because it's obviously 50% attack for 4 turns, and of course 50% defense for 1 turn. It's catered towards the offensive part of his super attack effect, obviously. This is who I truly am. Behold the power of true evolution. And the passive that being peak mental training, which he really did go through peak mental training. He starts out with 260% attack and defense, as well as giving all allies 3 key and 50% attack and defense, and additionally 20% attack and defense going to extreme class allies. So if you were extreme class ally, you're getting 3 key and 70% attack and defense, bro. He also has unrestricted guard, a free guarantee super built in, as well as unrestricted foreseeing enemy supers. Oh my god. Yo, these base effects are so good. This is so good, bro. Especially this support. This support is ridiculous, bro. I mean, obviously, the foreseeing super attacks as well as the guard is nice, and the guarantee super, so he can definitely hit much harder, but yeah. Anyways, when attacking, he gets 175% attack and defense. Of course, we talk more key, clearly, because he's a Dokkan Fest. He can't go above that key, all right? And for 1 turn from the character's entry turn, he changes all key spheres to AGL and STR. All to AGL and STR. Interesting. So it's like a half and half kind of thing? I don't know. Yeah. Wow, okay. Interesting. He is extreme tech, too. All to AGL and STR. Okay, interesting. Starting for the third turn from the character's entry turn, randomly changes keys of a certain type to AGL or STR. Rainbow excluded. Interesting. Okay. With each STR key sphere obtained, 70% attack and 40% defense, and a 10% chance to crit. So you can essentially get up to damn near a guaranteed crit. And with each AGL key sphere obtained, 70% defense and 40% attack with a 7% chance to dodge build up. Wow. With each rainbow key sphere obtained, he launches an additional attack as a 50% chance to become a super attack. Nice. When receiving key blast or key based super attack, 100% damage reduction temporarily, it procs once, 200% attack for 3 turns, that procs once too, and he gets 50% damage reduction for the rest of the battle. So when he's taking that super, oh wow, bro, no, that's only 50% damage reduction when he's taking the key blast super, not unrestricted within his kit. That's only when taking the super. So when he takes a key base super, he'll only get that 100% damage reduction temporarily once. And then when he takes another key base super, he will only have 50% damage reduction onward when taking those supers. Wow. Okay. And no changes to his links. Yeah. Yeah. My favorite part of his design is the part where he's essentially changing the entire damn key field to AGL and STR. I'm assuming it's like a half and half kind of thing. I'm assuming, right? Let me just go ahead and grab like a visual example. Key Dokkan. Let's see. I can pull up a quick picture. This is perfect. Okay. So how I see it is for this part of his kit is that half of the field is AGL and then half of the field is STR, I assume. I'm assuming that's how it goes. But all in all, this is a really fire kit. I love this. You go with the STR key spheres that is offensive base, and you go with the AGL key spheres that's defensive base, and you can still hit a very solid attack stat because he's getting 50% attack for 4 turns. So he does lose his damage reduction from his base, but him having guard, and being a flat out nuker, being able to get lots of defense by AGL key sphere obtained or STR. I love that you can choose the route that you want to go with the specific type of key sphere that he creates. This is so nice. So yeah, he changes AGL or STR key spheres randomly. Okay. From third turn, start of turn. Okay, yeah. He's really good, man. Really, really good. Definitely a fan. He takes this. He's gonna be hitting like a missile, a whole missile, and of course, additional super attack chances from just getting rainbow orbs. That's really nice, bro. Alright, and his active skill that being the High Energy Ball. He greatly raises attack temporarily, and he gets guaranteed crits for 1 turn, causes ultimate damage to the enemy, and stuns them. And can be activated after receiving a key-based super starting from the 3rd turn after True Golden Transformation. So you want him to take a key-based super. That's the only thing that's possibly holding him back. But granted, of course, if you're going up against a boss that has that, that's really going to help this guy. He's nice. Very, very fire. Nice, beautiful design. Maybe the only thing that hurt him is him not having that damage reduction from his pre-transformation, but I will say that that's probably not an issue. Great support. Attack or defensive buff from his pass to a super attack effect. Unique in terms of which route you want to go with him. Turn 1, you can pick whether to go with the offensive or defensive one for his nuking. And turn 3 and onward, it's pretty much split whether you get the AGL and STR orbs to be made for him on that rotation. He's good. Pretty damn good. I love this unique design for the Golden Frieza. I'm a fan. Huge fan. Yeah. So, Miracle Weep, bro. You cooked. You're definitely cooked, brother. I've been thinking about killing you, and yet you're back on. It looks like you're as soft as ever. Ho, ho, ho. As soft as ever. Yo, Frieza. Yo. Frieza, bro. I gotta pull up the leader skill. Let me go here. Let me go ahead and go here. It is Resurrected Warriors, Gifted Warriors, and then Transformation Boost and Mass Evolution. So, Resurrected Warriors, and then it's Gifted Warriors. Remember they used to call Gifted Warriors Prodigal Warriors on JP back then? And it's Transformation Boost and Mass Evolution. I'm not sure if anyone remembers that, but that was a while ago, bro. That was definitely a while ago. And transformation boost. I'm bugging. And it's right over here. Okay, let's see what we got here. So can this guy sit slot 1? Granted, he gets enough rainbow orbs in his base. He can definitely sit slot 1. Post transformation, I would probably say on that first turn, absolutely. No, absolutely. Could he? Could he absolutely do it? Or am I being too optimistic? If he's going against a key-based super attack boss, then he can definitely sit in every slot easily. But if not, probably going to be slot 2 or 3, right? Probably not, because his defensive stat is very high. You can probably get away with it. You could probably get away with it. Yeah, but most likely gonna have to be with a key-based super boss. Okay, so you do have this guy. You do have this guy. This guy, you're giving him support, and you're giving this guy support, and this guy support, and this guy support, and then this guy is going to easily be his best linking partner. Oh my god, how can I forget about this god? Oh my god. He's not restricted to having a specific ally with him, right? No, he's not. He's not. The only restriction I see is for when he's going up against a specific type of a class enemy. Yeah, he's good. He just has a bunch of turn restrictions, and he has to receive attacks. Anyways, that's gonna be about it. This is the W card. I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are the best. Leave a like, subscribe, and that's gonna be all from me. Peace.